Hey everyone, I'm Connor and welcome to my channel, The Closet. If it's your first time here, on my channel I like to talk about all things luxury. If that's something you're into, I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you're notified whenever I bring out new videos. And if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be... Why do I do this? Today's video, I'm going to be giving my take on the trending topic of quiet luxury and how I feel about it, what I know about it, yada yada yada. Basically, I got to this point after watching Autumn Beckman's video on the topic and Cassie Thorpe, both fabulous videos. I'll link them down below. Definitely go out and rent them, I was about to say. Go out and rent them like it's a VHS, like it's 20 years ago. No, go and watch them. Really great points that they make, and I love watching their perspectives on all different types of topics, both feb. So yeah, go and watch theirs. Watch mine first though, alright? Settle down, that's why you're here. No, go and watch theirs. But I'm actually filming in my office today. Did you notice? Different background. Thought I'd give you some variety so you're not just looking at me and my bloody need money for Birkins light in my room. But yeah, a bit of change of scenery. What do we think? What do we like? But yeah, let's get right into it. Now you're probably sitting here wondering, Connor, what the bloody hell is quiet luxury? Why do I care about it? It sounds horrible. Look, you're not wrong, okay? Basically, quiet luxury is the bare minimum. It's minimalistic. It's plain. Vanilla, if you will. It is the if you know, you know. It's brands that produce, some exclusively only produce minimal, what's it called? Quiet luxury. I forgot. What am I talking about? What's it called? That's how boring it is. I forgot. It's like those brands that just do plain Jane minimal, but they're expensive. They're luxury because they come from a luxurious business or company or brand, but they are fucking boring, all right? Yeah, so that's basically what it is. Now, brands that come to mind for me personally when I think of quiet luxury would be Loewe. I know the puzzle bag, I guess, is pretty iconic in the luxury world, but if you saw it on the street, you wouldn't really think twice about it. It doesn't have logos on it. Yes, it has the little puzzle, like geometric thing on the front, but if you just saw that, you would think it's just a bag, right? Bottega Veneta as well. Cassie explores this in her video. Their little Wheat Bix, whatever it's called, Wheaties, what is it? You know, like the crisscross? That is very, like, quiet, okay? And even other, you know, less talked about luxury brands like Maison Margiela, however you pronounce it, things like that. Like if you saw them, you would think, that looks expensive, but I never heard of it, I've never seen it before, and you know what I'm talking about. We're on the same page. So that's basically what quiet luxury is. Expensive, luxurious brands that are quiet. Also known as shit. No, I'm joking. But you know what I mean. So I did a bit of reading up on this, right? I, Googled it, basically. And all of the kind of fashion houses that have made articles on this, some of the forums, and even referenced in other YouTubers' videos. There seems to kind of be this correlation between quiet luxury and old money, whereas logomania, for example, which would be the opposite of quiet luxury, is more like new money, nouveau riche kind of Gen Z kind of move, right? And whilst there's a correlation between that, you could argue, I personally think the whole old money, new money thing is very redundant. Like, people my age don't say that's so new money or that's so old money. Like, we don't use those terms. And if somebody says that's very old money, they're like old money. It's such an antiquated term because these days, money is not generationally passed down like it was. Parents either don't really care about giving their children stuff because they should have to work for it like they did. Parents don't have what they once had because stuff doesn't go up in value like it once did as well. And families don't always agree on money going to the kids and yada yada yada. It just doesn't really work like that anymore, from my experience anyways. So this whole idea of, you know, the grandparents passed down the money to the parents and then the parents gave it to the kids and they had property and it all stayed in this estate and yada yada yada, that doesn't always work these days. And most people my age, when a grandparent dies, they get zilch. Both of my grandparents on my dad's side died. I got zilch, and I did not expect to get anything. I obviously was sad that they died, and then that was kind of it. I wasn't left anything, and I didn't think I should have been left anything. So there's this kind of, I don't know, expectation with people in my generation anyways, and obviously I'm generalizing, but we don't get money passed down to us. We don't get assets and stuff given to us. So we have really had to redefine how we want to spend our money, how we're going to earn money, and basically one income from an employer isn't enough if we want to have nice things, if we want to have a luxury bag collection or go on holidays and travel and do all of these things. They generally require a second income. And for me, that was a no-brainer. So I work full-time, and then I run my own business. And a part of the motivation for starting my business was because I wanted to have a higher discretionary income than a full-time job allowed. Also, it comes with lots of other things that I love, like I'm passionate about it. I like all the other aspects that go with that. But a big contender is the money and the revenue that it draws in for me to live this loud luxury life. So when I think of the argument of old money is quiet luxury, new money is like loud luxury, I disagree a little bit, okay? Hear me out. Personally, what I think from what I've experienced, the people I talk to, the people I know, is when it comes to loud luxury and quiet luxury, it either comes down to the lifestyle that the person lives, the environments that they surround themselves in, and their own personal style. If we go with the environments people surround themselves in, they might be an absolute fashion luxury lover. They love monogram, they love cashmeres, they love fur, they love exotics, but they know that the kind of circle that they travel within, it's either going to be frowned upon or going to be, you know, met with a bit of like that kind of look. So they just don't want to deal with it. They don't want to have those conversations with people. They can't be bothered. I can resonate with that. So they choose to opt the quiet luxury route. They get designer bags. Maybe it's an Emprunt, Louis Vuitton, Lock Me Tender, whatever you want to call it. Something that is a luxurious, you know, bag, but it is understated, under the radar, and it's still expensive. Also, they might work in an environment where it's maybe not appropriate to take a monogram, never full, or whatever loud luxury bag. So they temper their taste, still getting that luxury kind of yum, 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 luxury. They get that, but then they don't need to cower, I guess, with it at work because it's not recognizable, or it's not as easily recognizable. What was the other thing I said? Oh, and then thirdly, their personal style. They might just love luxury, but they're not into logos. They're not into exuberant, decadent FF prints or GG prints or whatever it may be. They might just be naturally drawn to the understated, swept under the carpet aspects of luxury, and that is just their personal taste. So if you take all three of those things, and there's obviously others, but let's just use those three things as an example. God, if I could talk, that would be spot on for me. If you take all three of those things, they are all very different avenues as to why somebody would want loud or quiet luxury. And I think the old money, new money kind of stance could be as antiquated as the fact that we don't really talk about old money or new money anymore because it's different. A point that I did love that Cassie made in her video though, which is definitely something to think about because it definitely got me thinking that maybe luxury is more accessible these days, or maybe we just see more of it because social media is so prevalent. Maybe people can prioritize their income to purchase luxury more. To my point, maybe people have more discretionary income because they have other sources of revenue. OnlyFans, no joking. Like side hustles, or they do contract work on the side, whatever it may be. They content create where they can generate an income as well as their full-time job. Or maybe people have more access to buy now, pay later products like Afterpay or credit cards. Maybe the criteria for getting credit cards in other countries is different and they can get them a lot easier than what they once could. Lots of factors would come into it. And I definitely do think that this kind of generation, or my generation and then the next generation as well, there definitely is this more emphasis on showing off on social media and putting on a show, and I do have to take that into account. So maybe people are more attracted to logos because, it's very obvious that they've gone and bought something expensive and then they can flaunt it on social media. So I 100% agree with that. But for the most part, when it comes to quiet or loud luxury, I think the factors that I mentioned before definitely are the main ones that I notice. So, interesting talking topic. Let me know what you think. Pop down, what's an emoji you can pop down in the comments to let me know you've actually watched the video. Pop down the unicorn emoji. Let's do that one. Yeah, so if you made it this far, pop down the unicorn emoji. Let me know your thoughts. Am I totally off the beaten track, or am I onto something? Am I there? Am I not there? Let me know. Please give this video the thumbs up as well if you've enjoyed it, and consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Guys, it's Easter time. Eat all the chocolates. Do what you need to do. Stay safe, and I'll see you all very shortly in my next video. Bye!